Guys, I'm really upset. First of all, welcome back to Let's Play Super Metroid. I'm upset because I have coffee here. I forgot about it. And it's ice cold. Ice cold. Like I'm shivering now from drinking that. Like, that's how cold it is. The problem is it's not iced coffee. Why is it like mentally? I guess it's like when you expect something and the expectation doesn't work out. It's like mentally I know that I made myself hot coffee. But so like when you go to drink it, you're expecting like, it's hot. And then like you drink it and it's cold. Like it's iced coffee or something. Like I like iced coffee. I like frozen coffee. But like the expectation is that when you drink it, it's going to be hot. Excuse me while I try to replenish some health and then fall face first in the lava. That's great. So we can't go that way down there and to the left because we don't have the wave beam. Wave beam, of course, is a beam that travels through walls. It doesn't really sound like something you'd need, but you do. I can't go this way yet. I don't know why I continued to go that way, especially because I remember what room this is. So that's great. We are going to go down instead of going to the left, because that was a dead end. So down here, we're going to get something. Nope, this isn't it. This is another room where you can like grind health back. It's actually safer because there's no lava. This way. Okay. And in here is more lava. And now you have lava enemies. Isn't that great? How creative that there would be. How crazy. Lava enemies in a lava room with lava napkins and lava plates. And I don't know what I'm talking about, you guys. I'm having some lava issues. So down there at the bottom in this room, we need to come back way later. We are not in any way, shape, or form able to do that at the moment. We need to go this way and wait for the controller to decide that it wants to work, because for whatever reason, the left and right buttons have never been more complicated. Although, that was the best like sequence of jumps I've had since I've been using this controller. So I will say that that was really good. I think the biggest issue with this controller is just the control stick itself. Control stick? There's so many different verbiage now. It used to just be four-way cross-direction stick or whatever the heck we used to call it. Not the analog stick. The other thing. What the heck is it called? Why can't I remember what it's called? Is that what we called it? Do we call it directional buttons or something? I don't know. Whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's not good. The PS5 controller, like, it's barely a set of controls. So we are going to attempt to get the wave beam early. Usually what you're supposed to do, I mean, you might see what we're supposed to do, because if this controller doesn't want to cooperate, we might not be able to pull it off. Go this way, shoot this guy, and then we go up here. And hit these missiles. And then we're going to jump all the way across and try to wall jump off the side before we fall. If I can pull it off, which I don't think that I'm going to be able to. Oh. Why did I think that that was like way harder than it actually was? Alright, well, whatever. For whatever reason, I thought that like when you landed on the spikes on the bottom, that they were all fall through blocks. And I guess that's not the case. Anyway, with the wave beam, we can go to that room. However, now we're in a trench and we need the ice beam to get back up. Maybe it's here? Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, I remember apparently the wave beam can go through everything except for whatever the heck this dude's made out of. And then we're gonna go this way. Honestly, we could get back up there, but it's not really it's not really worth it because the rooms are basically connected in this room anyway. So you're gonna get right back to where you're supposed to be. Excuse me, smiley, weird face, sir. I realized after I said that it wasn't a smiley face. It's more of like a surprise face. Like, oh my God, you guys, I just found out some great news. He's like, I just saved money on my car insurance by switching to Geico. I feel like I'm the only one that still thinks that's funny. Whatever. Let's continue forward and kill this guy. So this is that room we were in earlier, where the save room was. The backgrounds are really the only way I think that you can tell what room you're in. Otherwise, it's like super easy to get lost. Unless you've been playing this game for like 1,000 years like me, then you should be okay. We have everything except for like one super missile, so I think we're alright. We don't need to worry about that. So this room is fun. As a kid, I thought it was very creative. Not yet, but it will be. Excuse me, I'm trying to point up. Can we point up, please? Go ahead and get these missiles. Wait for this unskippable cutscene to go away. Thank you. I mean, I guess it's not a cutscene. It's like an unskippable text box, but even still. There was unskippable cutscenes before unskippable cutscenes were a thing. Get the speed booster. The B button. So, I do want to talk about the control options, but let me get back to safety real quick before we do that. Because, for whatever reason, Super Metroid... Yeah, that's great. Good job. Good job. Way to mess up. For whatever reason, Super Metroid uses a very interesting control scheme, default-wise, which of course you can change. It's actually one of the few games where you really have a big option of what you want the controls to be. Option? A choice of what you want the controls to be. So the default for shooting is X. Which, if you're not familiar with the X button on a Super Nintendo controller, it would be the triangle button on PS5, or honestly, I think, let me see, it would be the Y button on an Xbox. So it's a weird placement, and so that's the shooting button, and then the jumping button for would be, I believe it's an A on an Xbox controller and an O on, or circle, on the PS5 controller. So very weird choice of buttons on this, on Super Metroid's default controls. But that's what we're doing, because ordinarily, you know, you'd think like Y would be shoot and B would be jump on a Super Nintendo, which I guess would be the other two buttons I didn't mention. I really like, we'll do PlayStation. So like square would be shoot and X would be jump. But that's just not the case. They use a whole different set. We need to go, we could go to the left, but we need to go, actually we do need to go to the left, I'm sorry, because we need to go back to that room that I said was really hard to mockball through, because that leads to where the ice beam is, so that we can go back up and go all the way around to get to that room that we couldn't get to before, and be able to see in the dark and do all the crazy things and love life, and aren't things great. Whew, that was a mouthful. Mouthful of verbal diarrhea is what I'm going to call it. So there is a path down there. You can go that way now, but you can't really do anything with it. I'm pretty sure that it has like one of those door gates, and you need like missiles for it. I can't remember if it's like a regular missile or super missile, but we're not going to worry about that right now. We're also not going to worry about that right now. We are going to go this way and get our ice beam so that we can continue forward. Excuse me. I think it's weird that those guys have eyes on them. But I guess like they're supposed to be creatures and not just like regular platforms. I think when I was little I just thought they were platforms. But, you know, when I got older, you can clearly see the eye. I don't know why I never noticed that before. I'm gonna go here and then all the way over here. All right, cool. I like when the directional buttons, as I think we've decided to call them, Or I've decided to call them. Sometimes work in my favor. It's not often, though. With the ice beam. I like the ice beam, but I like the sound of that spazer so much better than... And I get it. It's an ice sound effect. I understand. It's just I don't like the sound as much. I don't know. I don't know. I like the sound like when you freeze dudes. Like that's cool. But like the shooting sound I think is a little like... I don't know. It's not as cool as a spazer when you shoot stuff. I guess is really what I'm going for. But, you know, the spazer can't freeze anything, so you gotta use what you can use. Excuse me. That was really stupid of me to do that like that. Because now I'm gonna do this, and okay, that actually worked out pretty well. Wow, I really froze that thing far away. That's really stupid. That's not really how you're supposed to do it, but like I do it like this. It sounds like you're like training somebody at a job. It's not really the right way, but this works perfectly fine. The manual says do it like this, but I would suggest this way. It's much easier. Less people get mad at you. Now that we have that, we're going to go up and then to the left and then up again and all the way around to that other room that we couldn't get to. We probably won't be able to do it in this video, but we're going to get as close as we can. Music's so good in here. Oh, I'll spare you guys the singing, but just know that there could have been singing. Freeze that guy. Kill this guy. Now we're basically like an annihilation machine. Have you guys ever played Metroid Fusion? You know, one thing I like and one thing I don't like about Metroid Fusion is I don't like the fact of like stilted exploration. Like the game basically leads you around and you can't choose to go anywhere that you want to go or do anything you want to do. I understand that most of the time that is the case with with Metroid games. But the fact of the freedom that I like in this one is you can kind of like, if you can wall jump, you can kind of like work your way around certain things without needing to do other certain things. I could just go to that room now, but I have to go this way anyway, so oops, excuse me. Oh, excuse me, sir. Might as well just go this way to get there. Whoa, Jesus. Just, I did not feel like dealing with that today. Yeah, it was great. It's really fantastic. So one of the things I used to always do when I would go in this room is I would turn high jump boots off. Because that it makes this room a lot easier. Because of the nature of high jump boots, you expect to jump very high. Crazy, I know. Crazy thought. But because you jump so high, you tend to hit the little like mouth teeth above you and the little mouth teeth below you. I didn't do that, so that's why I got hit. Because I'm a fool. We're gonna go this way because that music means that there's something here. I mean, honestly, the little white dot on the blue background means there's something here if you look at the map in the upper right hand corner, but regardless, we're gonna get these power bombs to upgrade to the regular bombs, which are cool but not quite as cool as they could be. Let's be perfectly honest. So that's gonna let us explore all the way over here, which we're gonna get some more missiles. Now that we have the power bombs, we could technically go somewhere we're not supposed to be yet. I'm not going to do that. We're going to go the intended path for the most part. I do have... I mean, I guess you could kind of go to this specific area whenever you get access to it. But I feel like the speed booster is the way to go, because otherwise you're like wall jumping all the way up the wall. But there's one spot... there's one spot back out by your ship that you can go to. We are gonna go that way. Actually, I should have. Yeah, I should have put missiles on for this because I don't think this even hurts these guys. Oh, cool! It blew up the the platforms. Great. Now I gotta like do jumps and flips to even get over here. Alright, so do this. Blow up this last little piece, and oh, that one's fake. Oh, because in 1994 we knew that. We knew that that one was fake. We just knew it. We knew he wasn't a real one, as the kids would say, from the get-go. The get-go? From the jump? Do people still say that? I'm not really sure why this has turned into, like, let's see how old Chrono is, but it really, that's what this has become. Let's be perfectly honest. So we will go up this ladder. Ladder? It's an elevator. Dear God. We'll go up this elevator in the next video. Until then, like and subscribe and all those fun things. I'll see you guys in the next one.